Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So, I am Ayush Patra and I am really excited to be here with all of you for this session. Today, we are going to talk about something that affects every citizen, every business, and every law enforcement unit of India. Uh, the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, the new November rules, and what the Sanchar Saathi case has taught all of us. This session is not just for the law, it's about India's evolving digital reality. We will explore the law, the complication, and then the action point that actually matters. So let's begin. Uh, Before we proceed, let me share a little bit about Threatsys and why we are your 360-degree cybersecurity partner. So Threatsys is a certain associate and ISO 27001 certified firm with 12 years of experience securing digital sector like banking, healthcare. We will take a 360-degree approach to secure to cybersecurity, handling everything from offensive testing and compliance audit like PCI DSS, HIPAA, and to our unified managed SOC solution. In short, we provide end-to-end visibility and protection from your entire digital infrastructure. So that's a small introduction about threats. Let's come to topic. Here is the agenda of this session. So now let me quick walk through to this. First, the foundation. A quick recap of DPDP Act and what it really stands for. The second one is the complication, what changed in the November rules and why Sanchar Saathi become the country's first real stress test of the act. And the third one, the path forward, which means a clear, practical step that business and public agencies must follow. So keep this roadmap in your mind. Let's start with the basic. So the DPDP Act, which is India's primary framework for handling personal data. Think of it as the digital equivalent or of fundamental rights, but it's for data. Its core principles are straightforward, like data should be processed lawfully and with real consent, and it should be collected only for a clear purpose. Only the minimum required data should be taken, and the data should not keep forever. And the most important one, the and how to protect with reasonable safeguards. This law is designed to protect individuals while enabling digital environment. Now that we understand the philosophy, let's meet the key point, the key player. In India data ecosystem, there are three major actors. We will discuss about this. The first one is data fiduciaries, the organization processing your data. The second one, significant data fiduciaries, entities whose data impact is so large that they have strict rules how to manage their data. And the last one, data principle. Here the individuals, the citizens, and who now have the rights to know about their data, to correct their data, to erase and to raise grievance for their data. This is important to understand because every controversy, including the Sanchar Saathi, revolve around these three roles. Now let's move to big earthquake, the November 2025 rules. In November 2025, the government released the first set of operational rules, and this changed everything. Suddenly, we had clearer definition of high risk processing, specific consent formats, verification rule for identity on devices, and a fresh timeline for enforcement. This moves the DPDP Act from law on paper to law in action, and along with the rules conduct law. Here, the rules introduce real operational research. Organization now have to keep user detailed consent logs, manage third-party processor carefully, meet cross-border transfer requirements, and the organization should report breaches much faster, and they should strengthen protection for children's data and implement strict facial recognition safeguards. And the deadline that the government decided for 12 months for consent basics and 18 months for SDP obligations and enforcement has already started this. This is the environment in which the Sanchar Saathi debate exploded. Let's look at what happened. A real world test. The Sanchar Saathi was built with good intentions to track stolen phones, to detect SIM misuse, and reduce the telecom frauds. It leverages centralized telecom identity data, which is extremely sensitive but very powerful for public safety. On paper, it may look like a strong digital public infrastructure project, but the public reaction told another story. Let's understand why this happened. This is where things got complicated. The public raised four major concerns, like forced adoption, which means the suggestion that it may be pre-installed on all phones, vague data collection with unclear detail about what was being captured, no retention public policies. Now, how long is the data stored? And device level access, extensive permission rights, and surveillance fears. Even through the project and safety intentions, the communication gap create mistrust, and this is exactly where the DPDP Act intersects. Let's see now where Sanchar Saathi collide with DPDP law. Under the DPDP Act, every system must follow four not negotiable principles: explicit consent, and like transparent notice, purpose limitation, and accountability. Sanchar Saathi was perceived as crossing boundaries in all four points. This case became India's First, real test of DPDP enforcement, and it exposed both legal and operational gaps, which bring us to the loopholes. Let's discuss about this also. Here, the Sanchar Saathi incident revealed four major structural gaps in India's digital governance. The this point is device level privacy is not clearly defined in the law. Government exemption still feel ambiguous. Oversight bodies are maturing but not fully ready for this law implementation, and no real-time audit mechanism exists yet. Citizen trust it's just about legal compliance. It's about transparency and clarity. Now that we know the challenges, let's explore the opportunities. Compliance it's not just a cost; it's a it's an advantage. So one misconception is that compliance slow business down, but when implemented well, DPDP compliance actually strengthens organizations. It builds trust with customers. It improves internal affections. It reduces risk and misuse, and it strengthens operational disciplines. In fact, companies strong in privacy trend to scale faster business because partners trust them. So, what should organization do now? That's a turning point for the organization. That what can they do? Let's move to the action plan for this. Here is the action plan. What should the organization can do? There are the practical steps every organization, government or private, must take to ensure this DPDP Act. First, the map means create a complete inventory of personal data. Second, update, ensure your concern, notice, match, and how you actually use data. The organization should update their customers to uh, update about their data, how they use their data. Then the other is strengthen, strength. Implement real security controls on users' data like logs, access restriction, and audits. Next point is audit. Here, threat vendors as part of your risk surface, and the last one prepare. To build a breach notification workflow and train your teams to safe to safely use the user's data. But remember, individuals also have individuals also have to follow rules, which the digital hygiene in the DPDP era. For citizen, for the individuals, digital hygiene is now a survival skill that everyone should know about how to maintain their data. Don't accept because permissions like unwanted permission. If software apps asking, don't accept it. Then check with apps, assess your location, camera, microphones. If the apps not meet these things, don't give the permission to the software. Read their privacy notice. Every apps and every software have their own privacy policies. Read their notice. Use your rights to correct and delete data. Then raise grievance if you think you may think that your data are misused. So raise grievance if misuse happens. The law protects us, but only if we use it. So finally, let's discuss how organization can get help. Um, so this is the last section of this session, which is about the support we provide. As we are your 360 cybersecurity partner, we help organization with readiness assessments, policy drafting, and data mapping and PIAs and security control implementation to their whole environments, whole infrastructure, and also audit and breach support. So DPDP is not a one-time task; it's ongoing, and we assist organization across the entire life cycle. So that's all for today's session. Thank you for listening, and I am happy to take your questions. Feel free to ask your question in the comment sections. Uh, Thank you everyone for attending this session today. As we see, there are no questions in the chat, so we are ending the session. If you people have any query, just reach us at support at threatsys.co.in or visit our website. Thank you all.